My biggest mistake in life is marrying Robert Burale.
Really?
Nasiko baya. And the darkest period in my life was when I was with Robert Burale.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the trending show with Drop Media. As we begin today's video, is one of the most talked about clips of the weekend. Gospel singer Alex Mwakideu's sister Rozinah Mwakideu has clarified that marrying Pastor Robert Burale was her worst nightmare.
The biggest mistake that I ever made in my life is marrying Robert Burale. I know why.
Okay. The biggest angoa.
My biggest mistake in life is marrying Robert Burale.
Really?
Nasiko baya.
Really?
Yes. And the darkest period in my life was when I was with Robert Burale.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
And, yes. And by the way, like that was how it happened. I have grown. I have healed again. I must insist. I have moved on. And I thank God for that. Lakini mpaka wa leo, nikiwa nimefika 50 years last month.
Yeah.
My biggest mistake in life was marrying Robert Burale. And that was the darkest period in my life.
50 years.
So sistake Alex Mwakideu, Rozinah Mwakideu, anasema kwamba the worst mistake of her life was marrying Pastor Robert Burale. Na marriage yao ili last between 1 year and a few days. Inamaanisha kwamba for the last 12 years, since they broke up 12 years ago, anasema kwamba they only married for 1 year and few days. Na Rozinah Mwakideu anasema he tried to move out of that relationship not once, not twice, but thrice. Na mara ya tatu, sasa mwanamuziki huyo wa gospel Rozinah Mwakideu akajiondoa katika relationship hiyo, na mtu ambaye alikuja kumtoa pale alikuwa ni nduguye Alex Mwakideu. Hivyo ndo maneno ambayo vinaendelea kuwa hapo katika mitandao ya kijamii, ambapo mwanamuziki mashuhuri wa gospel Rozinah Mwakideu aliamua kumwacha mchungaji Robert Burale. Salale.
Dadangu Rozinah Mwakideu.
Why?
Ulimwacha kwa nini?
Actually, yeah, let me just say it. This is my former brother-in-law. I was married to his sister.
Yes.
I think it's just that sometimes two good people just didn't work out.
Yako haikuwa violence.
There was no violence in my marriage.
Haikuwa cheating.
There was no infidelity in my marriage. I know, right?
Robert Burale.
Yes, sir.
Haikuwa violence.
There was no violence. There was no
cheating.
Yeah. To be honest.
What is this other reason that you want to give the world and tell the world there's this other thing here?
In the previous episode of Alex Mwakideu, I think it's episode 6 of season 2, Pastor Robert Burale came out clearly and said there was no violence in their marriage with Rozinah Mwakideu, na pia hakukuwa na kitu ambayo inaitwa infidelity, hakukuwa na cheating on their marriage, ama sijui in their marriage. Hakukuwa na hiyo kitu kwa marriage yao kabisa. No violence, no cheating. Na Robert Burale, ama Pastor Robert Burale come up clearly akasema it was a relationship between two good people. Acha ni quote kabisa vizuri. It was a relationship between two good people that never worked. And now, in the episode 8, the dark Alex Mwakideu, Rozinah Mwakideu come up clearly akasema kwamba kuna vitu ambavyo vilikuwa vinatendeka katika marriage yao ambayo yeye hangeistahimili. Amesema kwamba hakukuwa na violence, but hakukuwa infidelity. Tungoje kiasi. Na hapo ndipo maneno iko, na ambapo watu wengi wameclarify sana, wameiongelea sana, ikiwemo television fulani ya Light TV. Sasa nataka kuwaonyesha hiyo clip ambayo inasema kwamba pale kwa infidelity tungoje kidogo.
Lakini kuna video niliona pale ndio ikanipatia very red alert sasa. Yeah, I don't know how they are called in Swahili though. People try to call them corn because you're not supposed to say the word, so they call them corn.
What is that?
So you replace the word P with C, Alex.
Oh.
Corn.
Okay. Mimi unajua sijali, mimi huwa nasonga tu.
Nitakufundisha mambo yote kwa hii dunia.
Kwani YouTube ina kuaga na hizo ninio? Naweza tu kuweka hii show iwe tu 18. Wafula. Unaweka tu ile 18. Alafu
so ni ya jinsia.
Ulikuwa na hizo video?
Na jinsia moja. Kuna moja ndio na jinsia moja. Na jinsia ya kiume. Unaona? So hiyo hiyo nayo singeweza kunyamaza. Unanielewa? Hiyo singeweza kunyamaza. Na si kwa ubaya. Again, I'm saying this is 12, 13 years ago.
So this part of this video ikafanya sana watu wengi wakuja na a lot of criticism, including Dr. Kingori na pia jamaa fulani hapo hivi. Wamekuja na criticism wakisema kwamba sometimes relationship needs to have, wanaume amekuja kwa hiyo podcast, amenyamaza, then mwanadada akakuja akafungua kila kitu. Of which, najua a lot of criticism itakuwa ya kwamba the ladies will support Rozinah Mwakideu and sometimes some men will support Robert Burale. Wengine wakisema kwamba it is not good enough kukuja kwa podcast na kutangaza mambo mengine ya ndani. Lakini wengine watasema kwamba kutangaza mambo ya ndani pia it's quite it. So wacha tusikize criticism before we make a moral judgment of this video.
Wadau, what I'm about to say in this video can either be classified in 3 categories. One, either ni udaku, either ni kierere, ama solid marriage, ama relationship advice. Now, it's been inspired by something very simple. Now, the podcast space is growing very fast. So, Alex Mwakideu, a top radio presenter. Mazeni kupararagani internationally. Nifanye facial. Anyway, now, Alex Mwakideu, a top radio presenter, par excellence, Swahili radio presenter, akona podcast. Na juzi, he brought, not long ago actually, he brought Robert Burale as a guest on the podcast. Robert Burale is very good vibes. Ata sisi, we've had him on. And in this podcast, Burale revealed that he was actually married to Mwakideu's sister. And I admire that. That's top level emotional intelligence, because the relationship between Robert Burale and Alex Mwakideu, Robert Burale and Mwakideu's sister did not end well. Fine, interesting, good perspective. Alafu leo naingia social media, unapata Alex Mwakideu shortly after kuleta Robert Burale, he brought his sister who was married to Robert Burale. And nimekutana na snippet. So this is a very pedestrian opinion, because it's limited to the snippet I've seen. And the snippet is very simple. Mwakideu's sister is very straight up. In a comment akasema the worst mistake she's ever done in her life is getting married to Robert Burale. And the darkest period of her life was when she was married to Robert Burale. Nimesikia tu hivyo nikajiambia hapo kidogo pale, in my opinion, Alex Mwakideu has set up Robert Burale.
Talking about this controversy of Robert Burale, if I am getting into a relationship or cohabiting with a woman, she must get into a contract of non-disclosure with me. And that contract will provide that if at any point we break up, she will not be allowed to publicly disclose my sexual history, my financial details, my private communication, or even any infidelity issues that might have arose during the course of our relationship. And if she breaches these agreed upon terms, she has to pay liquidated damages of even up to 100 million Kenya shillings. I don't know why Kenyans have not embraced this type of romantic contracts, such as girlfriend contracts, cohabitation agreements, or even prenups.
So ladies and gentlemen, because of this criticism that we have had here, mimi nataka tu kusema kwamba the moral relationship or the moral angle of this video, mimi nataka tu kuambia madau, siku moja ukiwa kwa relationship yako, please just make sure that ibaki na nyinyi if it's possible. Relationship life yenu ibaki na nyinyi, isikuje kwenye mtandao wa kijamii. Vile tu wahenga walisema usimwage mtama kwa kuku wengi, like just be whatever you are. Robert Burale alikuja akanyamaza, hakufungua details about the relationship. Rozinah Mwakideu akakuja akafungua relationship life yao, and that's how it went. Lakini mimi ningependa sana wadau ambao katika mahusiano ya kwamba siku moja vitu ambavyo mambo ikiendelea kwenda ambavyo hamtaki iende, basi msifunguke roho sana, msimwage mtama sana. I'm not in support of anybody guys, but I'm just trying to say my moral angle of that video. Anyway guys, thank you for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Thank you for viewing and thank you for sharing. See you in the next. Ciao.